Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world. It's a news cycle on Global Television. We're coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Queen Agaba. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nigecomsat. Kaduna residents today defied the movement restrictions imposed by the state government as local government election held in the state. The state government had on Friday, through the Ministry of Internal Security and Home Affairs, issued a statement restricting movement from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. today. According to the government, only individuals performing essential duties are exempted from this restriction with proper identification. Despite the restriction, some residents, particularly commercial riders, were seen going about their normal activities along major highways. Meanwhile, the late arrival of election materials and officials has disrupted ongoing local government election in Kaduna State. The election was supposed to have started by 8 a.m., but as of 10 a.m. this morning, voting was yet to commence in most polling units. Several collection centers in Tudunwada, Badiko, Magajin, Gari, and Unguwa Sarki observed that materials had not been distributed to polling units. Registration and voting were scheduled to begin at 8:30 a.m. and end at 2 p.m. The National Chairman, All Progressives Congress, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, has paid a courtesy visit to the Jigawa State Governor, Umar Namadi, over the deaths of more than 100 people as a result of tanker explosion. The APC chairman took time in Dutse to visit and sympathize with victims of the fire incident.
This very unfortunate accident and incidents. There's no doubt this kind of situation is a worry to everybody, especially to the families, to the people of Jigawa State and to the Nigeria. We are here in the hospital in order to see those who are suffering from injuries, and luckily enough and happily enough, the government of Jigawa State is doing everything to take care of those who are suffering from various injuries.
Ganduje also used the opportunity to congratulate the Jigawa State Governor on maintaining peace and stability in his state. He expressed gratitude and happiness for a peaceful, free, and credible local government election conducted by the Jigawa State Independent Electoral Commission. As the 2024 Ondo State governorship election scheduled for 16th November approaches, the political atmosphere is rapidly peaceful, with many eyes on the factors that could influence the democratic exercise and shape the economic situation of the state. Kikia Lomo Okere has details.
Beyond the candidates vying for the top office in Ondo State, the election is expected to test the capacity of the electoral body to conduct a free, fair, and peaceful election. Residents of Ondo State are calling on the Ondo State governor to improve the economic situation of the state as well as job creation.
He came on board when he was deputy governor. That is also because of how they neglected him. That is why we have sympathy for him. All of us are not APC member, yes, so but now everybody now, at least in Ondo State now, 90% now are APC. Because we have sympathy for him, everybody want to work for him. We want to work for APC. Yes, but we want APC to do more as regards the hardship that's on ground now. We want APC to buckle up their belts and work very hard to make sure things easy for the people of Nigeria and especially Ondo State.
Remain the same because they are still the people in power before the governorship stuff was now given to him. So we are not looking forward to anything different from what we had started already. So I believe he will still do well. He will still do well.
The poor, to help the younger ones that they are looking for job, at least the little they give them to help their family. That is it.
Well, what we expect from anybody that wins the election is to make sure that the condition of this state change. Like, you know, people are crying, there's no food, there's no money. So if they can change the situation, then everybody will be okay.
So far in Akure, the capital of Ondo State, the atmosphere is peaceful as people are going about their normal businesses. Residents of the state expect Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa to improve the economic situation of the state. From Akure, Ondo State capital, Kike Lomo Okere, Global Television News.
Many thanks, Kike Lomo Okere, for that report. The Minister of State for Water Resources and Sanitation, Bello Goronyo, has reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to strengthening water users associations in public irrigation schemes as a critical step towards achieving food security and economic growth. This was disclosed in a press statement signed by the Director of Information and Public Relations, Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation, Fumi Imwetinyo, at the South-South Regional Workshop on the establishment and strengthening of water resources and sanitation in public irrigation schemes in Nigeria, Akwa Ibom State. Nigerians have been thrown into darkness again following the collapse of the national power grid, marking the third of such incident in 1 week. The repeated power failures have intensified frustrations across the country as businesses, homes, and critical infrastructure continue to feel the adverse impact of the nation's unreliable electricity supply. The grid collapse occurred in the morning, with many states reporting total blackouts. This latest failure comes on the heels of 2 other collapses early in the week, further straining the already fragile power system. President Bola Tinubu has extended warm congratulations to the Oba of Benin, Ewuare II, as he marks his 71st birthday on October 20th, which commemorated the 8th anniversary of his ascension to the throne of his ancestors. In a statement released by the Special Advisor to the President, Bayo Ononuga, Tinubu lauded the reign of the 40th Oba of Benin, noting that since his coronation in 2016, Oba Ewuare II has ushered in a new era of peace, understanding, and civility among the people of Benin Kingdom. The president highlighted the monarch's distinguished career in diplomacy, which has influenced his leadership. As the price of fuel continues to skyrocket, many residents in Kano have found alternative to electric motorbike. Global Television's correspondent Idris Jibrin reports that a litre of PMS now costs between 1,100 naira to 1,200 naira in some filling stations in the state. His report. Well, we'll bring you that report subsequently. The Sokoto State Police Command has cracked down on a kidnapping syndicate, arresting the prime suspect, 18-year-old Abba Aliyu, who is a neighbor to the complainant from the Bodon Hanya area of Sokoto State. A statement by the spokesman of the command, ASP Ahmed Rufai, says on October 16, 2024, at about 1200 hours, Ibrahim Shehu reported to the anti-kidnapping unit attached to the Criminal Investigation Department, Sokoto, that his son, Saidu Ibrahim, 2-year-old, had gone missing since October 13, 2024. The Commissioner of Police, CP Ahmed Musa, reiterated the command's commitment to combating crime and praised personnel efforts in ensuring the successful arrest of the suspects. For quite some time now, residents in metropolitan city of Kano have continued to experience severe shortage of water. This has led to some people resorting to using other alternatives to get water. In this report, Global Television's correspondent Idris Jibrin met with a 41-year-old who converts his tricycle to a water tank in order to deliver water to his neighborhood. His report.
For almost 4 months now, 41-year-old Tasu Garko has voluntarily been delivering water to his neighborhood in Sharada area of Kano metropolis after converting his tricycle to water tank capable of carrying 500 liters of water.
Ana sai da shi ne kama yanda bodinsa yake haka.
Actually, it's my Oga that bought this tricycle for me, and then I converted it into water tank in order to help my people across Sharada area. According to Tasiu, the persistent water scarcity around his area has forced many residents to relocate to other areas, hence his decision to assist those in need.
Abu ya faru ne a baya lokacin da
I decided to do this because of the persistent water scarcity in Kano State, because so many people are suffering because they don't have water in their areas. In addition to residential areas, Tasiu also delivered water to orphanage homes, prison formations, and schools in order to ease the suffering of the masses.
a rinka kai ruwa guraren.
I used to deliver water in so many places across Kano metropolis, like Fage, Badala, all these places, because people doesn't have water in those areas. Although Kano state government assures that work is in progress to restore water in most affected areas, the scarcity of water across Kano metropolis has continued to remain a source of concern among residents. From Kano, Idris Jibrin reporting for Global Television News.
Governor Dauda Lawal has reiterated his administration's commitment to establish principles of good governance in the operations of public offices in Zamfara State. The governor made this known while inaugurating 6 committees to implement Zamfara State's developmental policies and programs in Gusau, the state's capital. Global Television brings you details. Zamfara Governor Dauda Lawal said the inauguration of the committee is part of his rescuing mission towards revitalizing and transforming the state. He says the 6 strategic committees will oversee the implementation of various development policies.
As members of this committee, you carry the enormous responsibility of driving the vision and mission of our administration. Your expertise, dedication, and hard work are crucial to the success of these initiatives which have been entrusted.
The chairman of Human Capital Development Committee and Deputy Governor of the state, Mani Mumuni, assured the governor that the committees will work tirelessly to ensure the success of responsibilities assigned to them.
On behalf of all the committee members and the various committees inaugurated today, that inshallah we are going to discharge our duties diligently and without fear or favor.
The Emir of Bungudu, Atahiru Hassan, expressed optimism that by inaugurating these committees, the governor is setting a course for a more prosperous Zamfara state.
By inaugurating these committees, the Excellency is charting a path that is unprecedented and which, inshallah, will lead to the progress of this state and pave way for the future leaders of this state.
The committees inaugurated are the Human Capital Development Council, the Committee to Combat Drug Abuse, the Land Use and Allocation Committee, and the Development Plan Committee, among others. The Zamfara State 10-year development plan from 2024 to 2033 committee is being chaired by the Commissioner for Education, Wadatao Madaki, while committee to combat drug abuse is to be chaired by the First Lady, Huriya Dauda Lawal. For Global Television, Queen Agaba reporting. President Bola Tinubu says Yakubu Gowon, former head of state, helped Nigerians to heal after the civil war of 1967 to 1970. In a tribute to commemorate Gowon's 90th birthday celebration, Tinubu says the former head of state, no victor, no vanquished mantra, helped to heal the nation and restore peace. He described Gowon as the father of national infrastructure, noting that his most incredible legacy was the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, which was founded in 1975. The Nigeria Immigration Service says it has deployed advanced e-border solutions to over 80 crossing points across the country in its ongoing efforts to enhance border security and curb trans-border crimes. The Comptroller General of the Service, Kemi Nandap, disclosed this during a visit to its head office in Abeokuta, Ogun State. Nandap noted that the deployment marked the first phase of the e-border project, a critical step in modernizing border surveillance and control in Nigeria. You're watching the news cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. When News Cycle returns, Nigerian Football Federation President vows to protect Nigeria's dignity. Details of this and more after this break. Please stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. If you've just joined us, this is Global Television, bringing you live broadcast of the news cycle. In business, the federal government is discussing with the World Bank the possibility of securing a $500 million loan to support basic education. The loan is part of the World Bank's Hope for Quality Basic Education for All initiative, which aims to improve learning outcomes and address the challenges of out-of-school children. Expected to receive formal approval by March 2025, the project is a key component of Nigeria's efforts to reform its struggling education sector. The federal government has declared that electricity distribution companies must replace any meter phased out due to meter upgrade. It declared this through the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission and clarified that there is no directive to phase out Unistel meters as claimed, and they will soon be out of operations due to upgrade in technology, and its users will not be able to vend. The Commission noted that any meter currently being replaced by discos must be substituted to ensure no disruption to customers' metering needs. The federal government's plan to reduce the price of food commodities through implementation of a 0% duty and exemption from value-added tax on selected basic food items are increasingly becoming difficult to achieve. The challenge is underscored by an alarming increase in the average price of imported food items, which rose to 878.3 price points index in September 2024, reflecting broader economic pressures. On July 8, 2024, the federal government announced a 150-day duty-free import window for food commodities to ensure a reduction in food inflation in Nigeria. The federal government had approved the disbursement of 12.911 billion to some parastatals under the Federal Ministry of Health. On the foreign scene, a drone has been launched towards the private residence of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in the coastal town of Caesarea, according to his office. The Prime Minister's office say he and his wife were, however, not at the location, and there were no injuries in the incident. This comes after the Israeli military say 3 drones were launched from Lebanon into Israel, with one hitting a building in Caesarea. The Israeli government has not in any way say if the building was part of the Prime Minister's residence, nor the extent of any damage. Russia says it has taken the village of Zoyan in eastern Ukraine, enabling its troops to approach the industrial hub of Kharkov. Russia's defense ministry say the locality of Zoyan has been liberated. Russia has also been concentrating its offensive on Kurakov with Moscow's troops at its gate, just a few kilometers from the center. Cuba is experiencing a nationwide blackout after its main energy plant failed, knocking out power to its 10 million people. Its power grid collapsed on Friday, according to a statement announced by the ministry, its energy ministry, on social media. It says they did not know how long it would take to restore power. The island has suffered months of lengthy blackouts, prompting the Prime Minister to declare an energy emergency. In sports, Nigeria will look to build upon their blistering start when they face Ecuador at Santiago de los Caballeros for their second Group A match of the 2024 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in Dominican Republic. Bankole Olowokere's team trashed New Zealand 4-1 in their opening match at the same venue, while Ecuador secured a 2-0 win over Dominican Republic in the group's second game of the day, the tournament's opener at the same venue. Both teams have 3 points each and know a win will take when the last 8 at the tournament enters the make-or-break stage on the third day. Former world champion Carl Froch has cautioned Anthony Joshua against rushing into an immediate rematch with Daniel Dubois. Carl, a respected voice in the boxing community, believes Joshua should take time to regroup following his shocking fifth-round knockout loss to Dubois on September 21st at Wembley. The president of the Nigeria Football Federation, Ibrahim Gusau, has vowed to fight with everything to protect the dignity of the country and the lives of the players. The resolve comes under maltreatment of Nigeria's senior men's national team by Libyan authorities during their trip to the country for the second leg of their 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying Group D fixture against the Mediterranean Knights, only to be subjected to inhumane treatment upon arrival. That's it on the news cycle, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on DSTV channel 365, Star Times channel 276, and free to air on Nigecomsat. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. I am Queen Agaba. Thank you for watching, and see you again.